everyone? Welcome to this edition of Connect Now on this Saturday, October 17th, 2020. You know who this is. I'm your host, as always, Kendra Dix. As you know, we're working on stuff, but we're going to make a bright Saturday morning. Joining me right now is my co-host, Brittany Shea. Brittany Shea, how you doing?
I'm good. I'm good. How about you? Glad to be here.
Good. It's good to refresh on a Saturday morning. We got a
Yes.
lot of topics to discuss and get through. But first thing first, join in the conversation using the hashtag Connect Now here on Connect TV. And let's get to it. Let's get to what's talking about what this week was. Um, did you know that Ice Cube been in a little controversy as of late, not for his rapping, but for his policies that he wanted to showcase to the Trump administration and the Biden administration. Ice Cube claims that the if the Biden group wins and become the Biden administration, that they was going to hold off, and a lot of the controversy came from the Trump administration that said that Ice Cube did come to them about his contract, Black Contract for America, and he wanted to implement those settings, but the Trump people tried to make it known that Ice Cube was talking to them, and then a whole media backlash from black media to all media that like Ice Cube, thinking Ice Cube sold out. So, what's your
hmm
thoughts on Ice Cube trying to get in bed and mingle with both parties, both presidential candidates, but trying to line himself with Trump a little bit with the Trump calls himself the platinum plan and taking a little bit of Ice Cube's ideas.
Well, I can't really say too much about it because I didn't. I mean, I get the graphs of the story, but I don't really know what's going on. You see what I'm saying? I
Mm,
guess like you saying, like Ice Cube. You know, people looking at him hypocritical because Ice Cube is going on and on about like being a hotel black man all of a sudden. You know what I'm saying? Try to be on his political stance now. Like on his Instagram. I know
yeah.
that for a fact, but I just feel like either way, you have to work with that political side, even if that person is known for being racist. But I mean, if he called himself trying to help the black community, I can't fault him for that. But then again, I guess it's all about optics and how it looks.
Mm,
And then to people, it looked like it was just like, oh, you selling out.
yeah.
But I'm kind of like on the fence about it because I don't
You
know.
kind of iffy on it.
Yeah, I don't know which way to
Well,
feel, how to feel about it because on one hand you can say, oh, he'll sell out. On the other hand, you can say, well, maybe he's trying to, you know, help make a change within
mm,
that administration, even though it's a racist white supremacist administration. You see what I'm saying?
yeah.
So I'm just like, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? I
You
don't know about it.
falling you falling back to where Trump had during that first presidential debate where he was asked blatantly, "Do you condemn white supremacy?" And Trump couldn't give them a clear answer. And I
Yeah.
think he told, I guess, his supporters to stand back and stand by, and that's what kind of line that saying like, "Hey, Trump trying to say I do in a way endorse it, but I'm not going to want to endorse it because I'm hesitant to endorse it."
He doing that too because he know that his main supporters are, like you said, evangelistic, gun loving ass
Gun
nuts.
nuts,
Yeah.
racists, the gun
Racist.
nuts, and the evangelical Christians.
Yeah. And that's his
So
base.
he has,
So huh?
yeah, he has to like, keep them happy because them the ones that's trying to keep him elected, and then they're gonna be the ones be like, hey, we got you to the dance, but you got to do what we want you to do.
Yeah.
Regardless, same way for any party, like for Biden. I think with Ice Cube, because I had done my research on his little contract for Black America,
Mhm.
all he's saying the same stuff about like, opportunities for Black people, prison
Mhm.
reform. It's a little bit what Trump's doing too with prison reform with blacks.
Mhm.
Um, just the same stuff. It's just that, but hey, we will have to see how this all go. I think Ice Cube kind of waited at the wrong time to come out with it,
Yeah.
and then Roland Martin kind of was trying. He had sat down and talked to Ice Cube on his show and asked
Mhm.
Ice Cube point blank, "Why are you trying to talk to Trump?" And
Mhm.
Ice Cube told him, it wouldn't be no different. I talked to Biden. I'm doing the same
Right.
thing that no other person doing. And I
Mhm.
think too, black people are kind of skeptical of Trump a little bit because they don't know how he roll, and when he talk about I guess with the Latinos, but you got
Yeah.
some Latinos voting for him, then you got
Yeah.
some gay people voting for him, some
Some
blacks.
blacks. Yeah.
So it's sort of like,
What
damn if
really
you
going
do,
on?
damn if you don't.
Yeah, it make you wonder, like, damn, what's really going on? Because I'm gonna give Ice Cube the benefit of the doubt. I don't think that he was selling out. I think he was thinking in his own way that let me see what I could do to try to help my people, to
Mm,
be better. But I think people, like I said, people looking at it like, oh, you was talking a big game, and here you go under our nose, with him. So I'm just gonna give
yeah,
him the benefit of the doubt.
yeah. Well, speaking of that, what you think about the two separate talk? Well, with Ice Cube talking to the two presidential candidates. Well, they were supposed to have a presidential debate for the second debate, but that
Mhm.
didn't happen because Trump rejected it of having a virtual debate, which I don't even get why he didn't even he would if it's on TV and you ain't got to pay for it for your campaign, why jump at the chance?
Yeah.
Well, they had two separate town halls, and I did watch both of them.
Hmm.
One, Trump was on NBC with Savannah Guthrie at the Today
Yeah, I saw
Show,
that.
and Biden was on
ABC.
his town hall on ABC with George Stephanopoulos on Good Morning America.
Right.
Now, both of them, I think Trump was on the NBC side. Trump was being more defensive, like he was debating Savannah Guthrie, and
That man crazy.
it's like, okay, Trump, this is the network that really brought you to prominence, but
Right.
you trying to dismay your policies, and then they trying to
Yeah.
ask you, do you condemn white supremacy again? He got like irritated about that question, and I think it was another one too. With Biden, a lot of people asked him about the '94 crime bill, where it incarcerates a lot of black people got incarcerated, and he was one of the co-sponsors of it. He had to
Hmm.
explain that, but that's all that came about. And then the Republican side saying that Joe Biden's son Hunter was in some corruption, but they didn't want to bring that up, trying to make Joe Biden look good. And they saying Donald Trump was in some corruption, then they want to bring everything about him, about his taxes, about him not paying and stuff. So is it a double sword between both parties, or how do you see? How do you now? Who won their respective town hall?
Well, I think probably Joe Biden won because he pulled in the most ratings.
Yeah,
So okay, clearly Joe Biden was the winner of that.
but they was trying to pit. Trump was trying to pit like if he can beat Biden, but Trump didn't even make mention of it because if he would have won, he would have been touting about that, saying,
Yeah,
"Look, I'm winning the ratings separately." But I guess Donald Trump knows that he
his
might
time
be
might be
losing.
coming. Yeah.
Yeah, but you gonna be surprised when if Donald Trump lose the presidency. I had to tell you later on, after the show, that
Hmm.
you're gonna be surprised what his next move gonna be.
It's probably some dumb shit.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be dumb, all right, but you're gonna be shocked. But anyway about that. What you think about Carly B not divorcing Offset after all? Was this a PR stunt?
I'm starting to think it was, cause,
Mm,
cause it's like, well, damn girl, if it just take him buying you a car, then shit, it ain't nothing to him. Hell, he could cheat on you and do whatever. All he gotta do is buy your ass a car. You'll take
okay,
him right on back.
yeah, but I think Carly B was talking about that on her Instagram that she felt like Offset buying her a car and stuff completed her, and then she wanted some sex, and she was kind of lacking off that for a minute. She wanted, which if you still married, you entitled to it.
Yeah.
So you know how they go. But I was listening to like Monique and Sydney and stuff. I think
Oh
on their
God.
podcast. No, it was like an old episode, like a way
Hmm.
way back episode, and they was talking about do you on your marriage, do you talk good about your spouse or do you bad mouth your spouse? Do you speak positive or do you speak ill?
Hmm.
And I think they both was kind of like saying, you don't need to speak too ill of it, but some people do. But
Hmm.
you got couples and married couples that like speak a little ill about their mate, about like, oh, they don't do
Do
this right,
this.
they don't do
Hmm.
that right. But Monique Sidney brought up a good point. Like you chose him, that's what he's a reflection of you, or vice versa.
That's what you wanted. So shit, that's what you get.
If he lazy, then 9 out of 10 you gonna have to be lazy because that's what you chose.
Or either
That was
you
the
the
other.
hard, or either you the hard working one, and they the lazy one. But you knew they was lazy. So shit, you
But it's they were saying like it's sort of like a reflection. Like regardless or not, you chose the person, you knew what the person was all about.
Hmm.
End of the day, that's what you chose. And they brought up a good point about like Monique's grandmother. She said something about she says Monique said something about grandma was telling her, you got a good man sitting and stuff.
Hmm.
He picked her up and how old people is, like pick them up and stuff. But
Hmm.
with Cardi B and Offset, I think to me it's a publicity stunt. It's just like she probably you get tired of him cheating, but she's so used to it. So if you love it, we like it.
Right. We
So
like it for you. You want to stay
yeah,
with
he
that
keeps
nigga?
cheating, but it's like what fucking that nigga was saying. He keeps doing it all the time. Then people ain't gonna be feeling sympathetic for you all the time.
Mm-mm. I'm like, oh
Yeah, they gonna
well,
be
that's
like,
what
well,
you chose.
yeah, yeah. But hey, it is what it is. Speaking of that, what about other entertainment news? Tony Braxton speaks out and defend, or Tamar Braxton, I meant to say, she speaks out and defends her ex David after her sister Tony called him a weasel and a snake. What you think about that?
Well, like they say, it's a rarity for Tony to say anything out of pocket. So when Tony said that, oh, David fucked up.
Well,
He fucked up.
the issue was that David had sent a restraining order to Tony Braxton's house to look for Tamar, and Tony
Hmm.
probably got fed up, and she had called David out and stuff.
I don't blame Tony. Shit, Tony said, "Fuck that. You weasel. Shit, you ugly."
He looked like a fucking weasel.
Yeah, yeah. Walk around here looking like Tamar, Tamar.
And then he was trying to get close to Vince. Vince saying, I ain't got shit to do with that, man. We ain't got nothing to talk about.
Nah, I think he had beef with Vince because
Yeah, he had beef. Yo, go ahead, Bree.
he didn't want Vince around his house, but that's Tamar house.
Yeah, yeah. But I'm saying when him and Tamar broke up, he still wanted to be friends with Vince to see the little boy. But it's like once you done with Tamar, you
That's
got to be
it,
done with the boy. That's
right?
it.
So they a package
You know?
deal.
Yeah. I don't think to him, I don't know where he came from. I don't know what the fuck Tamar found him. Shit.
Put his ass back. Whatever you
Send
found him, send his ass right back to his
him
mama.
pop.
To his
Yeah.
mama.
Oh, his mom. All right. Speaking of that, what about Alabama head coach Nick Saban had announced that he has COVID-19, and today the Crimson Tide they play against Georgia today, which is going to be easy game to win. The Crimson Tide, with or without Saban, they're going to win with their powerful offense. But what you thought about Saban stricken with COVID-19?
Well, hell, I honestly, it's only a matter of time for somebody to catch this shit, COVID. You know what I'm saying, from
Mm.
Alabama. Cause hell, COVID's still out here spreading, child. It's still out here spreading.
But do you think some of the college football leagues they need to be a little bit more careful because they was kind of earlier during the season or before the season they was thinking about like canceling like football season, and then the SEC like no we don't want to cancel it because we don't want our fans to be mad at us about canceling it. But if it's
Child.
if it's beneficial to cancel it rather than suffering like COVID-19. I'd rather them, cancel it and then they'll come back on a bright, better season.
I think they was looking at the money. Everything all about money. So
The money, the sponsorships, and stuff like
yeah,
that.
they could have kept them in the bubble like they did the
The,
NVL
the NBA,
players. Yeah, the NBA players when they was like they couldn't go
but they,
nowhere.
but where you gonna put them at? The Georgia Dome. That's what they normally have their championship games at.
I don't know. They could have kept
Yeah,
them in Alabama. Shit, I guess.
I'm saying ain't no football field like all our football fields in Alabama is outdoor. Ain't nothing like indoor.
Oh, but shit, I don't know.
That's why I said you probably had to take it to the Georgia, that new stadium in Atlanta,
Oh yeah.
because that's where they had like the main championship match at in Atlanta, the SEC.
Mhm.
Don't be surprised they moved the SEC from Birmingham to Atlanta.
Oh yeah.
Don't be surprised at that. Speaking of that, you said about the NBA championships. LeBron James and the Lakers win the NBA title the Lakers win it for the fourth time. Well, Lakers win a number of times, but LeBron wins his fourth one under three different teams. But he won it with the dedication to Kobe and his late daughter. And we know Kobe Bryant had passed away earlier this year in January in
Yeah.
that horrific helicopter accident crash. But how do you feel now is more meaningful for LeBron to win it for Kobe?
I mean, it's almost like a dedication. It's to him. You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Because that was Kobe's team, that was Kobe City, and to win that on top of like his loss, that was very meaningful. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah, because Kobe.
Him, it's like him, Anthony Davis, Rondo, Kendrick Rondo, and Dwight Howard. All of them. Dwight Howard wins his first NBA title after switching teams for so many years. Every year,
Damn.
Dwight Howard in a different team. I'm telling you, Dwight Howard started in Orlando. He
Hmm.
went from Orlando all the way to Atlanta, Houston. He made stops in every different city, like
Oh, damn.
Philadelphia, Milwaukee. I'm telling you, I followed this man. Like, I'm like, good God, where you gonna land at?
He a journeyman. Shit.
Yeah, NBA journeyman.
Yeah.
He was in Atlanta, and then he moved. He finally got to LA. I guess he said, I'm just gonna keep doing this journeyman stuff, and then I won an NBA title without even trying to be a champion.
Okay. Shit. Shit. Did he play? Hell. Did he
Yeah,
play?
he played for a minute, but it was like meaningful for LeBron winning it for Kobe and the
Hmm.
dedication and stuff. And you wish Kobe would have been there and stuff, but in spirit, Kobe Bryant is watching.
Yeah.
So
Hmm.
there you go. And what finally, what you think about this? A Virginia voter registration poll site goes down on the final day to register. Do you think they're trying to do some voter suppression or some like voter fraud?
Hey, some foolery, some trickery going on. That's a fool. Some got to be. I mean, things shut down, but y'all, you tell me you shut down now. It's shut down now.
Yeah,
Y'all ain't had that shit fixed.
yeah, Virginia gonna likely turn Democrat, so it ain't gonna really turn Republican, but that's
Oh,
how they go.
I
And
feel like at this point, people got their mind made up on who they gonna vote for anyway. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah, yeah, they do, they really do. Yeah, I know you'll love these next two stories. Prosecutor charged Central Park Karen, saying there were a previous report from the second 911 call. Now you know about the Central Park Karen call on that black man about she was being harassed by him and her dog as well, and really he filmed her, and it really wasn't nothing going on.
yeah, I remember when she was lying on her ass. I'm being harassed, and then when shit happened, it's like, bitch. See, that's how folk get killed. Fuck with folks. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
I've
that
been
Emmett
ready to
Till,
fight that bitch. Don't fuck with my
that
life.
that Emmett Till, not on him, but that mentality from that white woman
Yeah,
that cost him his life.
right. And that's still upsetting to this day.
Yeah, it's
Emmett Till.
been about what 70 years.
Yeah, but he didn't deserve it.
No, he didn't. He didn't. And finally, WWE star, action star John Cena gets married. What you think about John Cena? Quietly tying the knot.
You already know. I told you. Remember when I said, "Yeah, all gonna happen here," and he gonna end up giving everything that Nikki wanted to another woman. Remember I said that,
Mm-hmm.
and that's what happened. But I'm glad for him. But then again too, I feel like Nikki kind of set that woman up for greatness. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Cause everything Nikki wanted, this woman got. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah. But do you think and then I think Nikki was happy and elated, but then she said something. I mean, she said something about like don't break his heart. I'm like, ain't he broke yours?
Right. Oh, she said something
I'm
about
like,
that?
yeah.
Oh, damn. When was
She said,
this?
"Don't break his heart, or I'm gonna come after you and give you a rack tag." I'm like, y'all exes for a reason. You need to let him go
He didn't
and
let you
let him
go?
move on.
Yeah.
You move on because you got what you want. You want the family.
Yeah.
And then it turns out like when she was with John Cena, and then when she was with Autumn for Dance with Stars as a partner, dancing
Mm-hmm.
partner, she wasn't in love with Autumn in the beginning at first sight. I feel I kind of disagree with that one because if you didn't like Autumn, you wouldn't really want to, you know what I'm saying? But you said that before. You said they had more chemistry than John Cena.
Mm-hmm. They did.
So I
They
just think
did.
she say that for shock value, but it's sort of like she was in love. She had been in love with Autumn while she was dating John Cena. It's
Yeah.
just
Cause she said
I,
so herself that in her book, she said she was falling out of love with him, with John Cena
yeah, because
during
she
during
couldn't
that
get what she
time.
want.
Yeah.
She couldn't have it because John Cena didn't want no family. I don't know with his new wife if he gonna want a family night. He changed his mind so many times, but prior before John Cena became a mega superstar,
Mm-hmm.
you know, he was goofy, didn't know no better. He was naive. I remember it. It was 2002. They did some on document on that little WWE Confidential show. I
Mm-hmm.
remember watching Confidential, and he was goofy. And they did like a superstar profile on him. He was goofy. I'm like, okay, they gonna, I knew he was gonna be a big star, but he was goofy. And I'm like
Yeah.
myself, he got changed by Mr. McMahon because Mr. McMahon told him, you need to reform to the ways that I am unless you want to make it in this business. And I think
Yeah.
John Cena sold his soul to
Mm.
make it in the business. I'm telling you like I see it. He sold his soul to make it in the business to wherever Vince McMahon told him to be. John Cena was kind of a prostitute himself. I got to be a big star.
Yeah.
I got to be
About
the
any
biggest star
means.
by any means necessary. Now Batista did for a minute, but Batista's kind of wised up saying, "Hell no, I don't need this job." And then look at Batista now.
Yeah. One thing I can
So
tell about Batista, he don't kiss ass.
yeah. That's what I'm saying. He did for a minute. He
Yeah.
did for that when he became world champion for that first 2-3 years, and then when
Mm-hmm.
he finally saw the light, he was like, well, shit, I just had to take a chance on myself. Maybe Batista didn't like, how I see him upon all of them, didn't like how Vince's direction was towards certain stars. And probably that would cause the primrose path. But I firmly believe, John, when because I got fucking footage. You know me, I got footage of the CD him being a goof. And before way before he became the champion, he went up to rise for stardom. He
Mm-hmm.
was goofy, and then all of a sudden he come on toward the belt. Become while he was main event star level. He was being controlling the Nikki. He was telling Nikki and some of her family members to come dressed appropriately. Who the hell gonna be dressing during dinner time formal all the time for dinner?
I wouldn't be with the shit. I said,
I'm gonna dress the fuck. I'm gonna dress as I come. Shit, dress
I'll
as I
come
am.
down
My
there
street
some
clothes.
pajamas. Shit.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You come dressed and formal when you go to a wedding or some little funeral
Event.
or event or some engagement party, some. But he talking about dress like wearing like 3-piece suits and stuff. Because I saw the episode and I was like, John Cena lost. I lost a little respect for him on that episode. And I was like, this ain't
Yeah.
John Cena. And then when you look at him, Hogan, the rest of them do business for themselves. Now I see with Shawn Michaels and Bret Hart and all the small wrestlers like Daniel Bryan, all of them saying that some of Vince focus on like the guys that he focus on. He reforms them. They do what he say. They get reformed, and then all of a sudden they be so controlling, out of control, egomaniacs.
Mm-hmm.
Because when you look at way back when, Jesse Ventura, right, the commentator, the former commentator,
Yeah.
Jesse was trying to start a union, and word got out. Jesse was, I don't know. I think Jesse's biggest mistake was he told Hulk Hogan.
Yeah.
Hulk
Snitching at
Hogan went
Hogan.
and told Vince was going on, that Jesse trying to start a union, and Vince didn't like that. Vince and Jesse had a fallout, still have fallout problems to this day. But the start a union, and, Hulk Hogan kind of, I get what a union is, like they keep everything informed,
Yeah.
but too, you heard this dude named Andrew Yang.
Who is that? Oh, he a politician, ain't he?
Yeah, he was running for president.
Yeah, I heard of him.
He came made some noise that if he gets picked in the Biden administration as the labor secretary, because Mr. McMahon trying to get folk, like the Twitch account, third party accounts, like you can't have a third party and stuff, because you just because you're a WWE star, WWE owns your government name and your ring name. I'm thinking myself, damn,
That could
they
work
own
out.
your person.
Goddamn.
So basically, when you sign WWE,
You sold your
you
soul,
basically
bitch.
you get owned for momentarily for 3 years by WWE, and your
Mm-mm.
government name was already set in stone. So
They
he
don't
said
own
he
your
going
name.
no, they don't own your name, but he looks at I think Vince looks at it like, well, you work you getting paid by me, so those 3 years is like a contract. So basically WWE trying to say is WWE didn't put that out there. You know how I got started.
How?
You remember when the WCW and WWE was competing, and Scott Hall had came over from WWE to WCW.
Yeah.
Remember, Scott Hall used his name, but many people on TV thought Scott Hall was still Razor Ramon. So there was
Mm-hmm.
intellectual property going on right there. Like Scott Hall didn't use Razor Ramon WCW, but he
Mm-hmm.
carried that same characteristics, his character over to WCW as himself
Yeah.
with his real name, and WWE saw fit saying, "Hey, we can't sue you for your name, but we can sue you for you just portraying one of our characters that we had established for you years ago."
Mm-hmm.
So that's how all this come around. When you think about it, that's the history. Scott Hall, Kevin Nash, all of them. But then too, what about Kurt Angle? Kurt Angle still that's his name.
Oh yeah.
So stuff like that. Bret Hart, that's his name. So Ric Flair, or Richard Flair, but Ric Flair.
Mm-hmm.
So Vince kind of be having problem. Like if you come from a different organization and you come to WWE, like AJ for example, AJ Styles. This AJ's been building that name ever since he was in TNA and all them other places.
Yeah.
He built that name, and then we got WWE. WWE had to promote and market him as himself.
Right.
That's how Impact and the rest of them did. New Japan,
But he
but it's
owned
kind
his
of like,
name.
yeah, he owns it.
That's
But
his
see,
government
WWE
name.
don't, they can't. All they can do is just utilize his name, but they don't own it.
Yeah.
Now, when you come under WWE system, like like Dean Ambrose and stuff like that, and you go elsewhere, you can't bring Dean Ambrose with you, but you can tell Dean Ambrose still himself, but
Mm-hmm.
he just up, he takes it up to the top.
Right.
So stuff like that. People, it's mind boggling when you think about it, when you got a lot of IP, intellectual property and stuff. But that was off top. But Cena and Nikki, like Cena moved on. I'm eventually Nikki had moved on, but Nikki acting like she's still in love with Cena. I think she needs to let him go and move on.
I'm pretty sure she did. Cause she was Artem. She loved Artem.
Yeah,
From
she
what I can
loves him,
tell.
but let Johnson go. It's just like when you get with your ex is an ex for a reason.
Yeah.
You can't, what I'm saying? Some you had good times, you had bad times,
I
but you
think
gotta
she's
move.
showing. I think she's trying to show that there's no bad blood, no
No
beef.
animosity.
Yeah, she happy for him. So
Yeah. It's just I wish they would have. But I think Cena, if he gets kids from this, then how old Cena is in his 40s, right?
yeah, his early 40s.
Well, he just I don't know. He might just have one kid and that's it.
That what it gonna look like to me. I think he gonna have a kid.
Wow, he waited so long to have kids.
Well, people have kids whenever now.
Yeah, they
Oh,
do, but
it is what
you
it
want to,
is.
yeah, you
I
want to
ain't gonna
get
judge
it.
nobody for that. So yeah,
No, ain't nobody judge, but then too, it's like you almost in the end being 50.
okay, okay. Shit, me and had kids all the time. Shit, you should.
I know that, but I'm saying you want to at least get your kids while some of them do in they late teens, and some of them do in their 20s, and some do in their 30s. But when you
Yeah,
get in your 40s, for women and stuff, because that's kind of like a high risk.
yeah, but at this point, people having kids at all ages, and at all sizes. So it is what it
Yeah.
is. Okay.
Okay. Did you have anything you wanted to say? What was your like moment of the week?
No, not really. I ain't got no moment of the week this week.
You ain't got no moment of
Surprisingly,
the week.
nope. You got a
Wow,
moment of the week?
that damn debate was crazy.
Oh, well, that's the moment
That's
then.
so that Trump. Excuse me. No, Savannah. You don't do no, Savannah. He was like debating her, like no, Savannah. And then you gonna flip over to Joe Biden. He calm, cool, collective, and asking questions, and
Hmm.
you really didn't get no noise from him that much. But it was like Trump. He has family members and some woman. Did you see some woman behind him was nodding every agreement he was saying?
You see that?
Yeah, it was a black woman. Well, I'll
Oh
show
yeah, I
her.
saw that lady. Oh yeah, I saw her. She
Yeah,
just
I'm
nodding
like,
away, bitch. Oh,
yeah.
whatever, sis.
I'll
Y'all
talk
do
about.
what you do.
Yeah, I'll talk about the take this week.
Oh,
What's
okay.
going on there? All right. For British Shay, I've been your host, Kendrick Diggs, saying good Saturday. And we'll see you next Saturday for another edition of Connect Now. See you later.
Bye.